Hello, I hope everyone is having a great day. Today, I want to provide to you some value, and it's going to be some value in financial literacy. I'm sure everyone can agree that people, specifically Americans, lack a lot of financial literacy. So, I'm here to help out with that. I want you to know that even if you get a degree in finance, you're being taught how to be an employee, how to make your boss rich, how to use your skills in finance that you learned to make their dream a reality. So now I want to bring to you some value. We're going to learn a few things here. We're going to learn about the rate of return and what it can actually do for you with some real world examples. So first, rule of 72. What is the rule of 72? Rate of return. What is rate of return? Well, rate of return in this example, let's say your bank is giving you 3% rate of return. Now, rate of return is just what your return on investment will be. The higher the number, the faster your rate of return, the more money you get back, right? The higher the rate of return, the more money you can expect back. That's simple, right? But now I want to know, how can I actually see that number? What does that actually mean for me? Well, thanks to Einstein, and I'm sure y'all know who Einstein is, Einstein came up with a formula, which is the rule of 72. 72 divided by the rate of return equals how many years it'll take for your money to double. Now, if the banks had this rule on their walls when you walked in so that you were able to find out what your money is going to do and how long it'll take to actually double, they would be out of business. Why? Because you would not be happy with the rate of return that they're promising you. So let's go into detail. Let's use this rule of 72. All right. So I've got a nice little example here from Google. The average savings account interest rate is 0.37. Okay. So what does that mean? 0.37, 72 divided by 0.37. That means your money will double in 194 years. I don't want to wait 194 years for my $10,000 deposit to turn into 20,000. That just takes way too long. And I want you guys to know that actually the most accessible, easily accessible accounts are giving you 0.01% rate of return, which means your money will double in 7,200 years, which is even worse. But that's a real example. And I'm not going to list the banks that do that because I'm not here to do that. So now that we know what the rule of 72 is, and now that we know what rate of return is, let's actually apply it. Okay, let's apply what we've learned. So we've got a fat cat here, and he's not necessarily fat, but he's stacked. He's got a lot of money, and he's got $100,000 that he wants to invest. Now, this cat lacks financial literacy. So where is he going to put his money? Well, he's probably going to put it into a bank because he's not aware of all the financial institutions that are out there that can give him more than 3%. They can give him 8, 10, 12% or more. And that's something I can show you, but that's a different topic. So now this fat cat knows, all right, I've got a high yield savings account. It's 3%. What will that actually do for me? Well, I know the rule of 72. So let's see. 72 divided by 3%. My money will double in 24 years. It's better than 1,000 years. It's better than 2,000. And it's definitely better than 7,200 years. So that might be satisfactory for you. So now that we know how long it'll take, well, what do you expect back after the year? You're actually expecting back $3,000, right? That is your return on investment. So this fat cat knows by the end of the year, I better have 3 grand in my bank account. So I'm going to go ahead and throw it into the bank. Now, what do the banks do? The banks invest your 100,000 and they hand them over to professional money managers. All right. And these professional money managers are going to help your money grow to 12 to 15% or more in rate of return. Okay. So what does that look like? Well, what's 15% of $100,000? That's $15,000. Okay. So now these professional money managers just grew your money to $15,000. Okay. Now they're going to keep some for themselves because they just did the bank a service. So let's say they're fair and they're going to keep half of it. So then that means they're keeping $7,500. By the way, this is the S&P 500, which most investment companies invest in for obvious reasons. Okay, so they keep 7,500 for themselves and they hand over the rest to the bank. So now the bank pockets $7,500 and then they give you your $3,000, right? It seems kind of fair, right? Mm, now let me show you something. Understand that the banks aren't just using your money to do this. They're using everyone else's money that is in their bank account. So this example was just $100,000 of your money. Now just imagine they're taking 100,000 from here, 100,000 from there, 10,000 from there. The bank could literally have $500,000 to invest, and they're making a lot more than you would actually expect. So now I want you to understand something. The banks are growing your money. They're keeping a lot of it between these two, and then they're giving you a small return. And it seems fair, but it's just not. So we want to cut the banks out. And that's what I want to show you, how we can cut the middleman out and how you can keep all of your return on investment. So I really hope that you guys really found value in this. I love doing this. Let's get into it. So y'all have a great day. Let's get out there. Let's change the world.